The car ready to we're gonna have to go straight to AP.
Nick Cannon's home.
Yes, sir.
Because he has no time to be home. He's always working.
This is it. This is where we get the grind on. It's where the magic is made.
So what's going on, man? Comedy albums, Mr. ShowBiz.
Mr. ShowBiz, it's real official. That's my new moniker. Is that how you say it? Moniker?
Moniker.
Yeah, moniker. That's what I'm rocking with. My AKA, Mr. ShowBiz. It's a whole movement, really, but we starting off with the comedy special airing on Showtime this weekend. The album is in stores on Monday, and it's just taking over entertainment, man. It's just, people know me for doing a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
This is the first time you get to see it from the foundation, from the core, what I really do. ShowBiz, I'm a showman, I'm a businessman, and it's all embodied in this special.
Right. How do you, I mean, you just mentioned Showtime. You have a relationship with Showtime, relationship with MTV, Nickelodeon,
NBC,
and
Nickelodeon.
everything. How do you navigate all of that, man? Like, how do those deals not conflict? Like, how?
One thing, I mean, as a businessman and as someone who's learned a lot, and you know, throughout the years, I learned never sign yourself exclusively to anyone or anything unless they paying exclusive money. And for me to be exclusive, you gotta pay me a whole lot of money.
Right.
And but that's the beauty. That it allows me to kind of move and shake from here to there. You know, you'll see me hosting the Disney parade on Christmas morning, but you know I'm running Team Nick, so people are confused by that. You'll see me hosting my radio show for one radio station, but my weekend countdown is on another one, but I'm promoting my records elsewhere. So you gotta allow yourself to multitask and create relationships everywhere.
Right.
And that allows me, you know. So I always tell them, look, either you can pay me the exclusive money, or you can just pay me whatever you got. I'll rock with you, but just know I'm gonna be.
This view looks like you got a lot of exclusive money, man.
Yeah. Some people have paid me exclusive money here and there, but that's what it's all about, really.
Yeah.
Just never really tying yourself in and boxing yourself in one place to where you can't maneuver elsewhere. So that's the thing. I don't like to be exclusive to just anyone. I like to be able to be in business with everybody.
Right. As a Lifehouse, we loved when you were doing Wildin' Out, one of our favorite MTV shows. And a lot of people always ask about that show. Is it coming back? Was that one of the reasons why you did a comedy album, to kind of let people know, like, you know?
Yeah, well, a lot of people didn't know I did stand up, and now.
Yeah, we didn't know either.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff like Wildin' Out, and whether from back in the days, from all that to even the moves that I make now, it kind of makes a lot more sense when you say, oh damn, he's been doing this since he was 11 years old, and that's why he kind of ran around in those circles.
Right.
But when it comes to Wildin' Out, it's something that I'm struggling with. Everybody wants it to come back.
Yeah.
I've had the talks, but I also don't want to taint it. You know, it was good for what it was.
Right.
So I think now we're developing some new stuff that kind of has that same tone and same feel. But I don't know if I want to bring Wildin' Out back and then it's not as good as the original.
Gotcha.
So I kind of want to just leave it for what it is. But we might do some. We're talking about doing some specials. We're talking about doing some stuff with the troops for Wildin' Out, because it's real big in that community as well. So we're gonna do so. You'll definitely see the Wildin' Out brand live on, but I don't know if we're gonna bring it back the way that it was. If we do, it's gonna be a whole new swing.
Right. Twitter.
Yeah.
Chelsea Handler, Howard Stern. What was that about? I mean, you definitely handled it.
Yeah.
You didn't give it time to sit, to fester.
Yeah,
you definitely got on it. But
Twitter,
what is that about?
That's the thing. Twitter can get you in a lot of trouble, especially when you're a real dude like me. Like, I don't hold my tongue on Twitter whatsoever. Like, if something's on my mind, I'm gonna tweet it. And sometimes a lot of people don't agree with what I have to say, but I always go back to saying I'm not a role model, I'm a real model. A role is something that you play, and I'm a real dude, so I'm always be real. So if I end up calling some people white trash or whatever on Twitter, that's how I feel at that moment.
Right.
I'm not apologetic for it or anything, because that's what the forum is for. And you know, people say stuff about me and I welcome it. And we go back and we have some strong debates sometimes. But, you know, actually the funny thing about the Chelsea Handler thing is that, you know, on her show she says that you can't go too far and it's all comedy. And so, you know, I got her on my morning radio show.
Wow.
She didn't know she was on with me, and she got all flustered and bent out of shape. saying that, you know, my comments on Twitter went too far when 30 seconds before she said you can't go too far in comedy. So, you know, it just shows and proves who's the toughest out here. But that's not what it's about. It's all, if it's all about fun, then let's have fun and say what we want to say.
Right. What about the Howard Stern? What was the issue with him?
Dude is obsessed with me, which I appreciate. Like, hey, keep talking about me. I love it. I think he started off talking about me when he seen me on America's Got Talent, and he does, which is unbeknownst to me. I have no idea how he gets away with this, but that's probably why he's the great Howard Stern. Is that he can make like these impressions of black people and the way we speak, and nobody says anything. I guess he got his employee Robin laughing and giggling away, but that kind of rubbed me the wrong way when he's like, you know, doing his little yo-yo and all of this stuff, and I was like, okay, I get it, your audience probably thinks that's real cute, and I let it slide, and then after that, I guess maybe he makes some really strong comments about my wife and disrespectful stuff.
Yeah.
You know, saying things about, and it was during a real sensitive time when early on in my wife's pregnancy and stuff, and kind of let that slide too. And then he got upset again when I was at his old radio station, which is definitely not even his station anymore, because 92.3 now is a totally different format, owned by a totally different company. But
it's owned by Nick Cannon. He didn't tell you that.
In his mind it'll always be, you know, K-Rock where he started, which is dope. But he said I would fail in that. Wrong again, homie. And then as of recently, he off of a radio bit that I did, he spent like 2 or 3 days talking about it. So hey, Mr. Stern, I respect you, respect what you've done for the medium.
Yeah.
Please keep talking about me. It's just making my Twitter followers go up. Talk about Mr. Showbiz this weekend. That's what's real official. I need you to speak on Howard Stern, please.
So Nick, the Eminem beef, man. When is this? When are we gonna see the end of this? Are you guys gonna talk? Has it been resolved and we just don't know yet?
I don't know. I think it's resolved. I think it's over. To me, and when we spoke about this before, I've never even really seen it as beef, because, you know,
beef is like streets, guns, knives.
Like Biggie says, you know what beef is. It's just dude said some disrespectful stuff about me and my wife in a record a long time ago, out of nowhere, about some stuff that happened years ago, supposedly. I don't even know what happened. I don't know if they had a crush, they dated, whatever.
Right.
It was way before me. I might have still been in high school when it happened. So, but dude felt like he had to come out 10 years later and talk about it. And, you know, I responded with a blog on how it happened. I kind of played around with some little silly records and stuff like that. Dude felt like he had to keep on talking and saying whatever he had to say. So on my radio show, I was like, yo, let's box. You know, I box. I'm a fan of boxing. I heard he was a fan of boxing. Let's get it popping. Get him money to
Any response to that? Did his team?
Got real quiet, you know. And I didn't hear no more after that. And then so I never really felt like it was beef. My life is too good right now to be mad about anything or at anyone. So, I mean, hey, no hard feelings. I forgive you, you know. Just watch your mouth.